Hi everybody, how's it going today? Thought I'd film a quick Q&A video. There was a few questions that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to show you guys the free stalls here one more time in our far off dry cow barn, and maybe explain a little bit more why we went with sand instead of the manure solids that were in there, why we went through the trouble to take this manure solids out and change the sand. So I'm in the far off dry cow pen here now. It's a little bit empty because we're moving cows in here this morning. They're in the parlor right now, milking those cows one last time before they're moved over here. So in the video there was some cows that weren't laying down. Wanted to show you guys. So this is in the morning before the cows are moved up and over to one side so we can clean the alleys. You can see the majority of the cows are laying down. I mean, there's a few back there that are standing up, but these cows are getting up and laying down, going to eat like these girls are here, and going to the water trough all day. So the majority of the cows, you can see they're laying pretty good. Their tail or their back end is right on the curb, which is kind of what we want. We want the manure and urine to fall out of the back of the stalls if they do poop or pee while they're laying down, which the vast majority of these, they are. There's heifers and dry cows in this pen here, so it's never going to be perfect for all of them, but the average looks like it's pretty good here. So one of you guys had asked about brisket boards, and what a brisket board is, it's basically or a brisket pipe, depending on how it would be installed, I guess. It'd be either a board or some kind of tube in front of the cows on the floor in the bedding part to help guide them when they lay down. That probably could have been an option for us to put a brisket board in here instead of changing it to sand, but I'm not a huge fan of brisket boards. It can hinder them when they're trying to get up, and some cows like to lay with their feet forward, like she is right there. There's another one right there. There's a brisket board there. They're not able to do that because this girl's feet would be on the brisket board essentially. In theory, the cows should be able to lay in here correctly with if our stalls are the right setting, you know, right width apart, and that tube on the top here. We've got a strap on here also so that they don't hit that tube right away. But this tube on the top is really what gets them to lay correctly in the stall, and then of course how comfortable the stall is. If the stall is uncomfortable and they're moving around a lot after they lay down, that's when they could get in the wrong position and cause them issues when they're trying to get up. So once we switch this pen to sand, and all of our milking cows are on sand, so we've got some experience with it. Obviously, we knew that if the stalls were comfortable, they were level, and they would be secure when they lay down. They wouldn't have to, and comfortable, and they wouldn't have to move around to get in a comfortable spot. We were pretty confident that the cows wouldn't have any more issues getting up or laying down, that they wouldn't be moving around when they're laying down and get themselves in the wrong position. Switching this pen over to sand has definitely created some extra work for us because we have to haul this sand over to our milking barns, and going into winter now, a little bit concerned about how we're going to do that because this barn here does freeze. You guys probably can't quite tell here now, so the manure alleys are not frozen now, and it's 0 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. I saw on our temperature gauge at the house it's about I don't know, -20 Celsius. So the manure alleys are not froze yet, but once we get into -10 Fahrenheit, -20 Fahrenheit, these manure alleys will freeze some. So I think that's going to create an extra challenge because we don't really want to bring frozen manure into our milking barns, because then we're going to have a tough time getting that into the manure system over there. So we'll just have to see how that goes when we get there. But just wanted to show you guys here quick that these cows here now are pretty comfortable, or at least they look like they're comfortable to me. We have really eliminated any issues with cows not being sure-footed now with that little bit of sand that's always on these alleys. They have no issues sorting cows out in here. We don't want cows slipping and falling down. Obviously that would not be good, and that's kind of been eliminated, and we haven't had any issues with cows going too far forward in the stalls or laying crooked in the stalls and having the potential to injure themselves or get stuck. It's an old cow here. She's 7 years old. I wonder how many calves she's had. So she's gonna have a calf in the next within the next 2 months, I guess, within the next 50 days. It's a little bit later in the morning here. The other question that I wanted to show you guys or talk about, a couple of you asked about these calves in the group hutches. So there's 3 calves in each hutch. They get water twice a day here, warm water, and then pellets twice a day, depending on how much they're eating. They're moved in these group hutches at probably like 70 to 80 days old. Our calves are weaned at about 60 days, and then they'll be in a hutch for another week or so. Kind of depends where we are with moving calves and heifers. And then they'll be in these group hutches for about 2 weeks. So you can see these, we're starting to get pretty full with straw there. We're going to move about 26 to 30 of these inside, and the next couple days I had lists made to move up heifers in the heifer barn. And then when that is finished, then we'll move a group of these into the barn, and then we'll clean those, move half over, and then we'll move some out of the individual hutches in these again, and just kind of continue the rotation, I guess. So those were the few things that I wanted to talk about in the Q&A video today. Appreciate you guys watching and listening to me. If you have any more questions, post them down below and I'll try to answer them if I can. And appreciate you guys watching. We've got quite a bit of snow around the yard already. A couple of our guys said that they're done with winter already. Too much snow. I don't disagree with them.